Hello, welcome back to another episode of Fear Strike Reviews. I know it seems to be a little too soon that I've actually been making another episode after my 300th episode, where I did a double review of Godzilla, the original. But then again, it was a 2-for-1 deal, so I figured, what the hell, might as well get it out of the way. And it makes more sense. Though, this is a good sign. That means I could do the entire Showa era of Godzilla films now. Oh! Yeah, I mean, to be fair, that's something I've been wanting to do for a while because the Showa era of films is actually the era I grew up with. Even though it was from the 90s and the Heisei era was kind of around, but they didn't show up here in the States until like the 90s, until like the late 90s. So, yeah, kind of sucked. Huh. That being said, it's time to look at another anime. This time, a lost anime film. That, well, the fans of the franchise call it an anime film. But is it really an anime film? Well, to the fans and anime goers, it is. This is Dragon Ball Z, the Lost Movie. Or if you want to be more precise, the eradication of the Saiyans. Yeah. First off, I just want to say, yes, this film does exist. Okay? Now, there's a bit of a backstory to it, though, so I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. So, the backstory goes that back during the Nintendo Famicom days, on the Famicom disk drive, there was actually a game that they actually made called Dragon Ball Z Eradication of the Saiyans. And DBZ wasn't exactly hugely popular here in the States yet. So that was kind of a bit of a problem. So it only became a Japanese exclusive video game. It wouldn't be until like years later, but like in the late '90s, when Dragon Ball Z would become very popular. That's when they started like importing all the DBZ stuff. Yeah, and here's the thing: the video game itself actually became popular enough so Toei Animation, the company that owns Dragon Ball Z in Japan, decided to make a hour-long special about the movie. It was more like a two-parter thing, but it showed up like 6 months after the game premiered, and it was sort of a special for those who already had the game. And it was called "The Plan to Eradicate the Saiyans." And here's and oh, you're gonna love this. When FMV became a huge thing in the early '90s, they decided to use the footage from the movie to utilize it into a game and made even more cutscenes for the game. Yeah, so there's multiple endings to the movie, but it's actually from the FMV game that you look at the multiple endings. The original movie itself only has the one ending. Wow! Oh, wow! That's really quite something. Yeah. Who would have figured, right? Yeah. Oh. Anyway, the movie became very much unknown for DBC fans here in the United States. But here in the United States, we actually do have the Dragon Ball Z movies or the OVA film that are just basically like OVA movies, in a sense. And the movies are as such. We have the Dead Zone, the World's Strongest, the Tree of Might, Lord Slug, Cooler's Revenge, Return of Cooler, Super Android 13. That was a real fun one. So the Brawly the Legendary Super Saiyan, massive fan favorite movie, by the way. BoJack Unbound, Brawly the Second Coming, Bio Brawly, which is a huge disappointment, by the way. Fusions Reborn, huge fan favorite, and of course, Wrath of the Dragon. There were also two other OVA movies that later came out as well, which included History of Trunks and Bardock, the father of Goku. These were more or less prequels before for the actual TV show. for certain seasons, of course. There was even like a couple of other OVAs that were made after the show's run. There's actually an OVA with we actually find out about where Trunks makes a comeback, where adult Trunks comes back for a little while, and like they go through the time stream of Dragon Ball Z, and Goku kind of dicks around a little bit with his younger self. Wow, kind of a dick move there. But then again, yeah, it's Goku. What do you expect? And we also get to find that, and supposedly later on in the OVA, we actually find out that Vegeta actually has a brother. Yeah. So there was already many fans actually knew Vegeta actually had a brother to begin with. He has a younger brother who's very weak and was actually on the other side of the galaxy at the time, unaware of the whole thing that happened between Frieza and the Saiyans. Yeah, they actually mention him in the in Battle of Gods. So that's one way to put it. And there's even a TV special that's actually a sequel to Bardock, the father of Goku, where Bardock actually travels back into the past and actually becomes Super Saiyan and defeats Frieza's ancestor. It's a fucking confusing mess. And not to mention, we also have the two main Dragon Ball Z movies that came out here in the States later on, which of course was Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F. And those were the last movies. However, there was this one movie everybody knew existed for a long while. Hardcore fans found out about it, and it never made its way here to the States. What's that? Well, you're saying it did make its way to the States? Yeah. Oh, well, here's the thing. It didn't. It never did. What made its way to the States was a remake of that. Yeah. There was actually a remake that was made about years later, and I'll get to that later on in the video. So anyway, this movie has been dubbed Movie 14, and right now there's a total of close, like maybe around 19 Dragon Ball Z films, and like maybe Dragon Ball Z films, if you're going to count the specials as well. Like it's a total around 19 movies at least. So movie 14. So this is movie 14, dubbed by the fans. But here's the thing: it kind of takes place between Super Saiyan the Super Saiyan Broly film and the BoJack film. So this is more or less 8.5 to be more precise, to be a little bit more specific. So now that I'm done prattling on about its history, let's get to the main film, shall we? The movie starts off with like, well, Goku just doing doing some Akata style training in front of his house, while Gohan is actually just gathering up pieces of wood around the area, and he notices there's a lot of dead wood dying, like a lot of the trees are dying off for no apparent reason. Kind of suspicious. But we see a suspicious character in the beginning of the movie saying he's going to get ready to destroy the Saiyans. It's an evil mad scientist and who happens to be an alien. What is he exactly? I'll explain later. I will explain later. Anyway, Goku is a little bit concerned about the whole forest actually dying off until Mr. Popo comes in. Who is Mr. Popo? Let's just say the internet calls him like a racist guy, but he's more or less devised by like what genies or jinns look like back in the ancient times. So a lot of people call him racist because he's all black and he has red lips. So yeah, a lot of people could say it's kind of like a racist caricature, but he wasn't actually supposed to be a racist caricature. It's just the internet kind of blew it out of proportion. All right. In fact, if you actually watch the I don't know, the Nicktoons Kai version, they turn him from black to blue. At this point, it's like, know your fucking history, people, and just get over the fact he's not even human. He's a fucking genie. All right? Get over it. So Jesus. So he says that Dente is telling him that Dente can send something called the Daston gas that's actually causing all death around the planet. So causing all death around the planet, which all life on Earth should be dead soon. At least around seven. They say it's around 70 days or so, which is a little hard, which is kind of harsh when you think about it, though. So Goku doesn't understand where the gas is actually coming from. So he and Gohan come up with the idea that maybe Bulma would know. So they go over the Bulmas with Popo, and well, she says that there's actually several devices in the that it's definitely an alien gas that's coming from alien devices. They don't know where the devices are exactly, but then they was able to sense where they were exactly. So he tells them. So then they tells them that there's one in the desert, one in the Grand Canyon, well, I wouldn't say the Grand Canyon, so it's in a Grand Canyon, one in an Arctic in an Arctic field, and another one in a volcano field. Okay, so and Piccolo actually happens to show up and he says he's going to help Goku and Gohan, but before they actually get started, something happens. We have these demon-like creatures show up out of nowhere, these demon-like monsters, and they start, fighting Goku. Now, Goku actually says he doesn't have time for this, so what does he do? He charges up his famous Kamehameha. But when he does this, the beam just goes, it just fizzles out. What? He just turns Super Saiyan, he tries to Kamehameha wave, and doesn't do shit? What the hell? There's a reason for it. Okay, relax. There is a reason why it's not working. They can use physical attacks on these guys, but energy-based attacks or key energy is not going to work. Why? It's the gas. Yeah, apparently the gas is actually is actually blocking their ability to actually use, their key energy, which kind of sucks. But they can still transform and actually use their physical attacks. Well, to be fair, they're already super strong to begin with. So Goku, Gohan, and Piccolo actually fight these guys off. None of their energy attacks work, but so Goku says, let's just hit them really hard. So Goku's idea is actually just hit them physically very hard. All right, so if they physically harm them by using really strong attacks, they'll knock them the fuck out, which actually does work. So, okay, they knock these guys out. They go straight to their targets. So Goku heads to the Grand Canyon, and he finds the attack. He tries his Kamehameha wave, doesn't work, of course, and he gets attacked by another monster. So he fights this other monster and knocks it the fuck out, like literally tossing it in the Grand Canyon. So he just uses his physical punch and punches right through the machine, destroys it, which of course actually disrupts the gas flow and also gives them some use of their key energy again. So Gohan's in the desert. He finds one of the other devices, and he uses his key energy to fight off another enemy. And this time, he blows up one of the devices with his key energy. Piccolo doesn't need to do a damn thing here because what happened here was just beyond stupid. What happened with the monster was so fucking stupid that Piccolo's facial reaction just says it all. He's like, "This is Piccolo's facial reaction." That's all you need to know. It's so fucking stupid. This monster actually thought he was really smart. He planted so many landmines all over the place. It's like, now you can't fight me with this in this area with all these landmines. Oh, really? What's Piccolo do? You do realize I can levitate, right? I mean, I can focus my key energy. I can levitate. I can fly. Are you that stupid? Monster jumps up and tries to attack him, but yeah, it falls right back down, and all the fucking landmines go off. Every landmine goes off, and it actually destroys the device at the same time. The look on Piccolo's face just says it all. It's like, oh, hi, yeah. Well, I guess it really wasn't needed here. That was a waste of time. And what's the monster's reaction? Ah, ah, ah. Upset. They get to the final device, the fourth device, which is actually in the Arctic area. And, they run into a bit of a problem. Goku, Gohan are now in Super Saiyan. They're in the Super Saiyan form. They're about to use their energy-based attacks, but of course they run into a bit of a problem. Piccolo's there with them, and just dozens upon dozens of demons keep popping up, and it's like a never-ending cycle. They just keep coming up, and they just they're basically just wasting their time at this point. Yeah, they're just trying to waste time for the fighters, and they just keep coming and coming. I mean, it's like it's upon a ton of dozen. There's at least several hundred of these things. Anyway, Vegeta and Future Trunks finally come in and decide we're gonna help you guys out because after Goku left Bulma, it turns out a couple of demons actually try to kill kill Baby Trunks and Bulma. While Vegeta and Future Trunks put them in their place, And I don't know what they did, and quite frankly, I don't want to know what they did because, well, you know for a fact you never piss off Vegeta, even though he's an asshole. But I mean, to be fair, it's Z. It's actually Z Vegeta. He is an asshole. I mean, Super Vegeta is not really an asshole because he's actually evolved since then. But Z Vegeta, yeah, he's a total asshole. So yeah, they basically use. So yeah, they actually use their key-based attacks on these guys, and eventually the device gets destroyed. So, but of course, Dende actually calls Goku via telecommunication and tells him that there's another device out there. That there was a fifth one that he overlooked. So they know where it is. It's actually in one of the. It's actually in a central city, in the center of a city, in one of the high towers. So they locate it. All right. They use their key energy blast on it. There's an energy shield around it. Well, damn. Now what? Well, it looks like they have to try to figure something out. But no, they can't because they get ambushed by you. I hope you guys are saying that. If you're Dragon Ball Z fans, you'll understand how fucking insane this is. Frieza shows up, but not just Frieza. Cooler, his older brother shows up. Lord Slug and Turles. Yeah, you know, as in that saying that looks like Goku, or like some of the anime magazines called him back in the late '90s, the Goku clone. Yeah, these four fuckers show up. These guys have been dead for years, and they're back again. The Z Fighters are in complete shock at this point. So, okay, they decided, okay, fuck this, we're gonna fight these guys. All right, so Frieza actually fights Future Trunks. Lord Slugger was about to fight. Lord Slugger was going to fight Vegeta, but Piccolo stepped in instead because, well, Piccolo's it's a Super Namekian, and Lord Slug is an evil Super Namekian, so he's a disgrace to the Namekian race. So, yeah, you can kind of see like he's doing this for the Namekian race. So, that's like, and okay, Turles is actually going after Gohan because he actually well, to be fair, what he did to Gohan and Tree of Might is unforgivable, to say the least. And Goku actually wants to fight him Cooler. And here's the thing, he hits him so hard. Here's the thing, Goku actually winds up destroying Cooler's body, and then he just regenerates right in front of him and right behind him. Until the fight gets a little out of hand, until King Kai contacts Goku and tells him that they're not real. They're ghost warriors. What? Ghost warriors? So they can't be physically hurt by physical attacks. So instead, they use their energy based attacks on them instead, which of course winds up destroying them. Anyway, it turns out King Kai actually calls up Goku and all the other and all the warrior and the Z fighters, which in this case is Goku, Vegeta, Future Trunks, Gohan, and Piccolo. He tells them exactly who the hell is responsible for all this, and his name is Dr. Rakshi. Who is Dr. Ritchie? He is, I hope you DBZ fans know about this. He is a toffle, or a tuffle. What's a tuffle, you may ask? It's the race of aliens that lived alongside with the Saiyans back on the original homeworld. Yeah. I know it's been like a shit. I know it's been like retconned several times over. I mean, now that I mean, in the current timeline with like Super, there was actually two planets of the same race. There's planet Sadala where they were from, and Planet Plant, which later the Saiyans took over and actually become Planet Vegeta. But in this movie's timeline, they kind of screwed it up a little bit, saying they were both on the same planet. So this one goes into further lore on the Saiyan race, and it turns out that the Saiyans actually decided to attack the Topples, the Topples this time around, and actually take over the whole planet. So, and when the moon finally actually came, when the full moon rose, the Saiyans turned into their Great Eight forms and actually just wound up destroying almost the whole planet. So, which of course the Topples actually wound up surrendering and and give the Saiyans all the technology they want. So, which of course the technology was later used by the Frieza Force. So yeah, in the original DBZ timeline, Frieza's technology is actually from the Saiyans. So yeah, he just stole the Saiyans' technology. Fucking dickhead. And you know what? Frieza is an asshole. So fuck him. King Kai continues on upon what happened with the Topple race, that they were actually wound up being driven to extinction, all thanks to Vegeta's father, King Vegeta himself. And okay, you know what? I'm just going to say this right now. All right, I know a lot of DBZ fans are going to be pissed about this, but I hate to say it, it's actually true. But Vegeta's lineage is the reason why the Saiyan race is nearly extinct. Think about that. So, all right, I need you people to think about this real easily. Vegeta's family bloodline is the reason why the Saiyan race is now an endangered species. All right? His father basically caused the entire race to go extinct because of his fucking arrogance. All right? And Vegeta in Z has proven this time and time again that yes, he can try changing, but he always reverts back to his old self again, saying that he's the prince of all Saiyans. But because of this, that family bloodline nearly drove the Saiyan race to extinction. Okay? Just think about that. All right? You can say how great a warrior Vegeta is now, but his family fucked up big time in the show. All right, in the timeline, they fucked up royally, and in the super timeline, it's because of him. It's because of King Vegeta, who pissed off Beerus, that actually caused the Saiyan race to be extinct. It is so. You know what? I would like to see a Dragon Ball series without Vegeta's family bloodline. All right, I just want to say that right now, that DBZ probably would have that maybe there could have been more Saiyan warriors, and we could have had an entire massive Super Saiyan saga with elite Saiyan warriors challenging Goku for the rights to conquer Earth. But no, we don't have that. So we could have had a massive tournament of power thing here. But no, thanks to Vegeta's father, fucked it up. So yeah, no matter how great you think Vegeta's family is, keep this in mind. His family is the reason why the Saiyan race is nearly extinct. They fucked up. So anyway, because of that, Dr. Red Sheet actually created a device called Hajak, or the Hajak, or whatever it's called. But here's the thing: I've only been pronouncing it by its Japanese. Well, they say it in the Japanese version, which is called the Hajak. It's called Hajak. All right, which is pronounced Hatch Yak. But the way they say it sounds like there's a J in it. So Hajak. Okay, fine. It's a device actually that converts anger and resentment and this and of course complete hatred towards the Saiyans into into ghosts of warriors. That's just great. And Dr. Ratchet actually controls it on a dark planet on the far end of the galaxy, inside in a fantasy dark castle. Holy shit! So anyway, Vegeta suggests they actually go to the planet, actually just use the capsule core spaceship and go to the planet to take care of Dr. Ratchet once and for all. All right. However, the ship gets actually damaged. They do make it to the planet. They actually make it to the Dark Castle, and I'm not gonna lie, the whole setting is actually that of a fantasy film, which is what our Dragon Ball was originally was. I mean, it's Dragon Ball Z that actually made it more sci-fi oriented. This is more like sci-fi mixed in with fantasy. It's pretty cool, actually, and it's a real disappointment knowing this film never got released here in the States, so the way it is. So either way, Goku and the Z Fighters are actually fighting off the castle minions one by one, and they make it to Doctor Ratchet, make it to the main center of to the castle center. You know, the main heart of the castle, where the Hajak machine is, and of course Goku calls out Doctor Rachi. Dr. Rachi shows up and he explains everything why he's doing all this, and he explains what actually happened to him. That it was King Vegeta himself that actually killed him. Yeah, so yeah, Rachi actually created the device on planet Vegeta at the time, and it was about to leave the planet until King Vegeta led an onslaught onto him. Yeah, so eventually Rachak actually got killed by King Vegeta as the ship took off, but the ship actually turned him into a ghost warrior. So yeah, And of course, Goku tells him that what he's doing is just unreasonable. But he says he doesn't care. He wants to, even if he has to destroy all life on Earth just to eradicate the remaining Saiyans, he doesn't care. As long as the Saiyans are completely eradicated once and for all. This pisses off Goku to the point where he just transforms into a Super Saiyan form and challenges him to a fight. So, yeah, Goku transforms into the Super Saiyan form. Vegeta, Future Trunks, Gohan, they all transform to Super Saiyan and they challenge Rorschach to a fight. And Piccolo joins into the fight as well. However, Rorschach actually is surrounded by an energy shield, and he's like, and yeah, like the energy shield is just absorbing all their physical blows, and he's taunting the Saiyans as he's fighting. So the entire fight scene is just them actually trying to fight this energy ball, and this energy ball just bounces around and actually hits them from time to time. Anyway, Rorschach's taunting really pisses Goku off to the point where where Goku just says the hell with all of this. Vegeta, before the fight, Vegeta says he wants to kill Rorschach himself personally, but at this point, Goku had finally snapped, and he charges up his Kamehameha wave. Vegeta's yelling at him, "No, don't! I'm going to kill this guy." So he actually shoots his Kamehameha wave right full power at Ratchet. But here's the thing: he wasn't aiming at Ratchet at all. He was aiming at the energy shield. Yeah. So I know what you're thinking. Why the hell are these guys fighting Dr. Ratchet? It's because the device on Earth is surrounded by an energy shield, and they kill Ratchet. Then the device will be destroyed. Okay, makes sense. So Vegeta. So Goku goes full blast Kamehameha wave on the energy shield, which destroys it. Vegeta does his final flash and does the killing blow on Ratchet. He regenerates. He regenerates, of course, but then again, just before he gets his shield up, Vegeta actually tosses in an energy blast within the sheet before the shield closes in on him. And of course, it destroys Ratchet's body again. There's like this little pile of ooze on the floor. Say, Saiyan, eradication Saiyan. Vegeta just stomps on it and kills it immediately. So yeah, Ratchet is finally dead, and the device on Earth is gone. But there's a bit of a problem. Ratchet's hatred for the Saiyans was so powerful that the the hijack machine goes ape shit. It just goes AWOL. It goes AWOL to the point where it explodes, and we get a very powerful warrior. We get the Hatchet warrior itself. How best to describe this thing? Well, it's around maybe 8 feet tall. Has energy absorb. It has like it looks like an alien type thing, but it's fucking powerful as hell. And let's just say it's like the Z version of Jiren from Dragon Ball Super. Very powerful. Yeah, so the warriors actually so the guys decide to fight it, and that's gonna mention this thing was very powerful. How powerful is this thing? Well, how powerful is it? Fucks them up so badly. Oh god, you thought Jiren was harsh in Dragon Ball Super? Oh no, what Hatchet does here ain't got shit. Yeah, what? Okay, what Jiren did in Super ain't shit compared to what Hatchet does. He fucks these guys up so badly. I mean, seriously, he doesn't even talk either. I know there's actually some versions of this movie from probably like the from the FMV game earlier that actually gave him some dialogue scenes. But in this original version, he doesn't talk. All he does is fight. And yet he fucks the Z fighters up so badly. So how fucking strong is this guy? Well, put it this way, how powerful is this guy? One hit is like being hit by an all powerful. It's like being hit by a god. All right, man, it's like and keep this in mind: the Z fighters can take powerful hits, but this guy is just way too strong for them. You know how fucking and his speed is like unbelievable too. How fast and strong is this guy? Well, here's the thing: he's right here. Gohan's right here. Trunks is right here. He's doing this. He's just basically doing this type of thing on it though. But when the movie slows it down, we see what he's really doing. He's doing, each time he's here on one thing, he's doing a 20-hit combo on Gohan, switches over to Trunks, 20-hit combo. Gohan, 20-hit combo. And he's just doing it like this. That's all we see. But in reality, he's actually moving so goddamn fast, it's like, he puts the Flash to shame. That's how fast this fucker is. So, yeah, fastest man alive ain't got shit on this fucker. No. And when he does an energy-based attack, it almost kills them. My God. He takes some time for him to Hatchet takes some time to charge up for his energy-based attacks, but when he fires them, it nearly kills them. Like seriously, like Gohan, Trunks, Vegeta, Piccolo, Goku all get hit. Here's the thing. This guy is so powerful. Goku unbelievably references Broly. Yeah, the Z Broly. He makes a reference that this guy is more powerful than Z Broly. And he's right. At this point, he's much more powerful than Z Broly, but fuck. Just, oh. This guy's just unbelievably powerful. Just so fucking powerful. Right? But okay, Piccolo does actually give the guy sense of being so he realized that it's the Saiyans this guy's after. The Saiyans have to be the one to destroy him. So okay, so he gives Gohan a sense of being, Gohan gives Goku a sense of being, and gives Trunks a sense of being, and then Vegeta gets a sense of being too. But as Goku is fighting Hatchet, he's analyzing the fight at the same time. You see, Goku maybe an intellectual idiot, but as the fight progresses, he actually sees that how the fight progresses, and he can see, and he explains what his opponent's weaknesses. So he sees that it takes Hatchet a total of 15 seconds for him to fully charge up his power attack. And so he continues the onslaught on Hatchet, but of course Hatchet's taking all the blows like it's nothing. So eventually, he actually challenges a Hatchet to an energy-based based attack. So he charges his Kamehameha wave up, and actually, before he actually can, and he takes the, and of course, Hatchet's taking his 15 seconds as usual. But before he can fire it, Goku shoots off his Kamehameha wave at this point in time, which of course disrupts his energy-based attack. While that's going on, Gohan, Trunks, and Vegeta all fire their energy-based attacks on him too, and yeah, it overwhelms Hatchet. And think about it, all four of them kill this fucker. Yeah, it overwhelms Hatchet, and he gets destroyed. Yeah, all four of them finally kill this guy. It wasn't just Goku, it wasn't Gohan, it wasn't Vegeta, it wasn't Trunks. It was all four of them that did it. Anyway, the castle gets destroyed. The whole planet actually, parts of the planet actually wound up getting destroyed as well. And did the guys make it? Of course they did. Goku used this instant transmission to get them the fuck off the planet. Sheesh. Anyway, the movie basically. So anyway, King Kai actually thanks Goku for actually taking care of this ultimate menace. If he hadn't taken care of it, the universe would have been in full danger. Anyway, the movie ends on a slight little joke with like a Chi-Chi asking if Goku and Gohan are going to eat their dinner because like they missed breakfast and lunch. They have a lot of food left over at home. Anyway, that was the Lost Dragon Ball Z film, known as Movie 14 to the fans. In reality, it's really 8.5. So that was Eradication of the Saiyans, the original version. Now, I know what you're asking. Where can you actually see this original version? Well, okay, you're in luck. On YouTube, there actually is a subtitle version on YouTube. The full cut version is on YouTube. All right, there's actually alternate versions of it as well, but that's only due to the FMV portion. From the FMV video game portion of the whole thing. But the original version, the original OVA film itself is on YouTube, fully subtitled, so you can watch the whole thing. All right, now before I go, I said earlier that this movie did make its way to America, but it wasn't the actual movie. It was the remake. Now, the video game Dragon Ball Z Raging Blast on Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 actually had a new version of Eradication of the Saiyans, which was a 30 minute, which was a less than 30-minute OVA film, and it basically covered the basics. All it did was just cover the basics. Yeah, so it was like a shortened version of it though with new animation. And the thing is, if you watch the whole thing, you get to have the Hatchet Warrior unlocked for you. And you know what I did? I decided to see if Hatchet can really hold his own against this Brawly. He didn't. He didn't. No. You don't fuck with Brawly. Yeah. See Brawly? Don't fuck with him. Just don't. Don't. Well, so anyway, it's my 301st episode, and I decided to cover the Lost Dragon Ball Z film. Hope you guys enjoy actually learning something and actually enjoyed today's video. Anyway, I gotta get going, so you all take care now. I'll see. Tune in next time. We'll take a look at a character based on a novelization that made its way into film. And I'll tell you one thing: the movie ain't got jack on the novelization version. Oh yeah, I'm doing that film. Anyway, y'all. Anyway, I'll take care now. Fiox Frank out.